Is annoying. Woof! Woof! So I think I'm gonna submit a case to Judge Judy and see if anything interesting can be done. I've been going through some stuff lately, quite a hassle actually, to try and obtain some things that I own from a house that I used to live at. So I was living in a roommate situation where this lady was my former landlady, and so I moved in with her. I needed a place to stay. It was as simple as that. So obviously with me living there, I had a bunch of things there. When I moved out, it was kind of in a hasty fashion. I needed to get out of there really quickly because some things were going on that I didn't want to be a part of. So I left carrying only the things that I could in a suitcase and a laptop case. Things left behind though were a Sony Vaio laptop, 2 Giant brand bicycles, which between the two of them are worth about $500. A bed that was new in 2007, and that was worth $500 back in the day. All of my clothes, and an Acer Iconia tablet, Android tablet. And that thing was about $400 when it was new, although now you can get them on sale for about $250. Still, these are all things that were left behind. They amount to well over $1,000, especially replacement value, and I'm not able to get a hold of them. So it started off like this. I moved out and I was living at a place where I couldn't store anything. Basically, there was only enough room for the things that I had brought along with me, and it was really uncomfortable to try to ask the person I was living with if I could bring more stuff, just so that it could be there. I'd paid rent for an entire month, but I was only there for about 2 weeks. In exchange for my things staying at this residence, I forfeited the second half of the month's rent as basically a storage fee so that my stuff could stay there safely. There were a couple of phone calls that went back and forth about when I might be able to come by and pick things up, and I was getting really close to being in a position to have a place to put these things should I go and pick them up. Then all of a sudden, contact stopped. She refused to call. She refused to email. I couldn't reach her no matter what I tried to do. I refuse to believe that I'm completely out of luck and that $1,000 plus worth of my things are just going to disappear like this. I'm not really willing to let that happen. So I looked into going to the Klamath County Sheriff's Department and see if they could do like a civil standby kind of thing where they stood by while I went up and knocked at the door and attempted to get my things back. Because it was my belief that if you had belongings at a residence, whether you still lived there or not, you had the right to go in and get these items back. Well, the nice lady at the sheriff's office told me that the only way that a sheriff could accompany me on such a thing would be to go through the courts and get a writ of assistance and do it that way. Well, see, even then, I mean, they have a gate, like an outer gate that's locked, and a lot of times it has a padlock on it, and I don't really know if I'd be able to get inside. So it could just end up being a giant pain in the ass. A while back, I had a friend, and she was involved in a legal battle that was a little bit drama-filled, kind of like this one, and she had contacted one of those judge shows on TV, and I don't know if it was Judge Judy or, you know, which one it was, but she actually got an offer back to have her and the defendant flown out to LA so that they could film a show, and then whatever decision the judge made is the decision that you had to, that you were going to be legally bound to. I'm kind of thinking about doing that. And I went on the Judge Judy website, and it asks you to enter in the information that basically your case, and if they're interested, then they will get back to you for additional information. So I think I'm going to try that and see what happens. And you know, if they don't like it, well, there's a couple of other shows that maybe I could get involved with too, and maybe I could do it that way. The bottom line is I want my stuff back. If you have any advice on how maybe this could work out better or whatever, hey, let me know, because I'm open. I just want to get a hold of my things. I want to get them back, close that chapter of my life so that I no longer have to deal with it, and just move on with my life and have my things back. Thanks for listening.